Come here, come here, come here, come here, because you want to hear this. I'm gonna tell you what's a one percenter, which from where that patch, the diamond one percenter patch came from, and where the culture itself originated. So for doing this, we're gonna jump into the history, and this is how it was told to me and passed down to me. So 1929, the year we are looking for, the American Motorcycle Association was found. This association was created for bringing together all the motorcyclist enthusiasts, defend and protect the right of the people riding motorcycles, and facilitate also the circulation of it, and create also the first club in order to compete into competitions, rallies, rides for win trophies. So a very, very calm start. But after the World War II, we will see that the veterans came into the picture and brought with them undiagnosticated PTSD. Why I said undiagnosticated? Because during those years, PTSD wasn't even on the radar of psychology. There was no notion about it, no definition, no treatment, nothing that we can imagine today connected to it. And so they will start to display due to all the traumas and atrocity that they went through. They will start to display behavior that will go outside the normal of society, of the bylaws or behaviors of yours. And so starting also to form their own club with their own bylaws, their own rules also for the racing, so not paying attention and respect those created by the AMA, which will make them be, let's just say, the first outlaw clubs outside. So not illegal, but just not law abiding with those of the AMA. So outside the law, outside the rules. And the patch itself, originally it was a black square with a number 13 into it. Lately it will become a diamond, and then in the early 60s it will turn into the 1% diamond patch that we know. So it was an anti-AMA patch. Somebody says that it is representing the top 13 clubs that took distances from the AMA. I've also heard says that the 13 means the 13th letter of the alphabet, which will be M for motorcycle, but also marijuana and methamphetamine. I've also heard another version that seemingly historically comes from the fact that there are 13 loops in the knot of a hanging noose and 13 steps on a proper gallows. So the symbolism of all this, it is that wearer of the patch will die or will hang before to kill his own, to betray his own brothers. This is a life that is extremely grounded on the concept of brotherhood, which is way deeper than what I would say a normal person could actually have. Has, let's just say, outside, you don't have to love everybody, you don't have to like everybody, you don't have to be loved by everybody and not even be liked by everybody. Why in the life you gotta have to love those brothers of you, those in the same club with you. You have to see them as your family, as part of you. You have to lift them up. You have to be there. It's just way more than normal coming together. And it's also a life of earning. Why do I say earning? This is not a patch that was thought just everybody can take it and appropriate it. It has to be earned. It has to be do what it needs to be done in order to earn it, in order to build up your reputation, to build up your name. So it goes by itself that while this channel is about MC culture and occult culture, I don't absolutely encourage you to run on Shein, on Temu, AliExpress, and on Amazon and purchase fake patches or fake colors. Because in the likely scenario, you're gonna get somebody laugh at you and check you maybe for a wannabes. In the worst scenario, you can get in pretty much nasty situations due to 1%, as I will say, a 1%er, he is the highest form of devotion to the motorcycle culture, motorcycle life, and clubs life. That's why I've heard here on YouTube, somebody said that the 1%er are the top shelf of the motorcycle culture. So it was interesting also to see that the number 13 in the occult, if we take a deck of cards, of tarot cards, and we go to pick up the number 13 of the Major Arcana, that is connected to the Death card. That it was the point when has mentioned in the two previous videos. If you haven't seen them, it's okay. You can catch up. I'm comfortable with that. Where Spirit told to me, bring together these two aspects of your life in order also to become a willful person, because before I will feel very divided from these two personalities of mine, and I wanted to bring them together. So this was my first popping thing that came to my eyes, as also somebody that works with La Santa Muerte and is also a devotee of her. It was a very interesting little thing. So we come to the point of what's a 1%er witch? Well, the 1%er the witch, I would say, is somebody that is in the culture and of course roll, moves, ride, and walks following the values and his or her own bylaws and or the bylaws of the club. Every club has its own bylaws and rules, far from be also very be some generic rules that it's for everybody, like be respectful, don't act up, so basically behave. That's normal contest. So a witch in this case it's a 1% center when brings all that knowledge gained by studying occult materials, studying magic, interacting with spirit, gaining gnosis by spirits, and it started to change completely my way to look at the practice. Well, before, thanks to Witch Talk and Insta Witchgram, somebody will just say, ask the spirit if they care about you, they are gonna give you. Well, you can ask the spirits. I'm not saying that you cannot. Pretty much everybody does it, but for my approaching it as somebody into the 1%er life, it really struck at me the concept of earning. So having a sit down with a specific spirits or entity or deities, whomever you wanna have this sit down with, and actually say, okay, I know that you can grant me what I want. This is what I want. But at the same time, I don't just want you to throw it at me. Because we know that in manifestation, we can fully get it off twisted for our own good or not at all. But how about I earn that? I earn my right to have you make me this favor because I want to prove myself to you. So a kind of prospecting for spirit, and before even that, be a kind of hang around for spirits. Really proving yourself, build up a reputation with the spirits that for the long time or short time you may interact with, and making them the famous line, I'm gonna make you an offer that you cannot refuse. So basically, marrying your practice has a normal witch if you are not into the 1%er life, or if you like me, you are into the 1%er life and to the occult culture at the same time, with the mentality of I'm gonna marry these lives or this lifestyle and see if they marry me back or they have married me back if you're yet inside. So I would also say that a 1%er witch might, for example, put protection on a bike while riding, or on the vest, on the cat, on the cut, on the colors, on the patches, on the doors of a club, and so on. So pretty much what a witch will do normally by practicing magic. So manifesting, but also manifest, and in that case, it's manifesting into the life. While always keeping these two cultures balanced between them, so that we keep one foot into the mundane world and into this culture, and one foot into the spiritual world. Because a lot of things that I've learned while I started out into the life and navigate into it, yes, came from people teaching me, even my partner giving me very good foundation, but the majority of them comes from spirits just looking at it as the adult version of Disneyland, which always get a lot of laugh by people. So there might be spirits themselves that they get in love with the culture, so they are gonna be more prone to help you and tell you, don't say this, don't say that, wait for this. This is a lesson, by the way, but you may wanna check it with somebody else. Literally, I think that it can help also people that they are taking the steps to get into clubs. In particular, for people, I will say that they are into the hang around phase and prospecting phase of it. So let me know, what do you think about this take of mine on these two cultures? And if you are into the life, please let me know what was the version of history that you got, because today I was talking with my partner and he got his own version, I got my own version of it, and we couldn't actually come together at all. I think this is because also we are generation that came after the one that created the world culture. So probably we look at it with a spectrum of our own times rather than the times from which originated from. Hit that comment section. I want you to turn on that black bell notification so that you don't miss any video, because every Wednesday there's gonna be a new one uploaded here on the channel and in the community section. We have seen that there's gonna be a lot of poll where you have the chance to make your voice be heard. And also, if you feel about having a little chat, hit that chat on the Facebook page of Imperial Ghost. I do actually reply. I got a lot of people got surprised that I replied back, as long as it's gonna be kept polite and friendly from both the sides of us. Then it's a privilege that I don't feel I'm gonna take away. In the opposite scenario, it's gonna go. Again, things must be heard now. So let me know. I really want to hear you, and I'm gonna see you next time.